Hello, I'm Brent Wilsey. With me is Chase Wilsey. We're from Wilsey Asset Management, and welcome to today's Smart Investing Daily Briefing. Well, today we're talking about the consumer spending. We're talking about the Gallop U.S. consumer spending. And I'm using Gallop because you know who Gallop is. They're a well-known name. They're not a government agency. And a lot of people think the data we use, it's all from the government. That's why the government's putting all this data that is biased. Well, that's not the case. We're using an outside survey company. And we see the average spending for consumer in May was $93, $95 in April, so doing pretty well. And they also point out that higher spending is seen in the spring months. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, the first quarter was terrible and so forth. Well, that's normal. Higher spending in spring than the winter months.
And as you can see here, from 2009 to 2012, the poll always came in under $80. So that really speaks to the strength of what we saw in May and April, and shows how far we've come since 2008 to 2012. And also here, kind of interesting fact, there's been no increase in June for 8 years. So that means we haven't seen a monthly increase from May to June. Let's see if we can get that monthly increase for the first time in 8 years.
Right. We have to remember 30 days from now to make sure we look at this to see if it did happen or not. So, all right, coming today is a Lionsgate Entertainment. We can see very volatile stock, was pretty low and way up. Now pulled back quite a bit. The current price around $22.97. The high for the year, $41.41. The low, $16.21. Let's look at the numbers, see if this is a good buy or not. Well, Lionsgate, you may recognize some of these names. Hunger Games, well-known movie, Divergent, and then TV series Nashville. They do a lot of different things you would recognize in their movies and TV series and so forth. Look at the numbers. Sales actually fell 2.2%. Earnings fell by 75.3%. I don't like seeing that.
Yeah, that's a little scary, but I am excited. I was telling you about this beforehand. They do have a great movie coming out on Friday. Now You See Me Too. I love magic movies like the first one, so excited for that. However, back to the numbers. As you can see here, they had tax of negative $32.1 million. So this means they received a tax credit. And you can see their total net income was $11.5 million. So net income before taxes was actually negative. It's important to understand what that tax credit was. There's this thing what's known as cash tax and book tax. You have to understand the difference here, and really important that you understand what this $32.1 million tax credit was from. Anyways, let's look going forward. March 2018 estimated earnings per share, 78 cents. Gives a target sell price at $12.87. Well below the current price.
And again, very important, let's talk about understanding the numbers. This looks kind of low, but again, where these numbers come from, you've got to understand these businesses, and maybe that's what the problem that you're having. Maybe you're not getting good returns on your portfolio and your investments because the person you're working with maybe doesn't understand these important numbers that we look at. Well, that's what we do here, so maybe that means it's time for you to give us a call here at Wilsey Asset Management. We've been managing money successfully for over 30 years.
If you want to call and have a conversation, phone number here is 858-546-4306, or you can contact us at our website, smartinvesting2000.com.